be at 7:30, and we still do not know that. The people are waiting for the concert to begin. For like 20 minutes, they've been sitting there thinking we've been playing this concert. So every time you do anything, they're appreciative.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to apologize for the confusion as far as when the concert is to begin. There seems to have been an announcement in the paper that it was to go on at 7:30, but in fact, we were all prepared to do this at 8 o'clock. So we don't want any of you all to go away because we've got a great program for you this evening. Thank you.
So as soon as we could, we compromised and started it at about 10 minutes till 8 o'clock.
Park Band Concert. I'm Franklin Massari with the Suncoast organization that sponsors the festival in the States, and we're really glad to have you with us here tonight. It's my privilege to host the Wilkes Central High School Band from Wilkesboro, North Carolina this year. This group of young people and their director have prepared a program of music for you tonight that we know you're really going to enjoy. So it gives me pleasure to introduce to you the Wilkes Central High School Band and their director, Mr. Michael Matheny. Thank you.
North Carolina, we're sorry that mix-up happened too. I'm sorry, we want to do a good concert for you, that the times were wrong, but we can bring no band to St. Petersburg before it's time, I'm sorry to say. We'd like to play a song right now that's a little dear to our heart. Let's see if you know it. I'll tell you what it is later. The song we just played was Anchors Away, and the arrangement was by Philip Gordon.
Nobody turned Philip's microphone.
We are really happy to be here. We're really excited about this upcoming week. And we
That
think
was
it's
the
going to be one of the best
responsibility
we've ever
of the
had.
people who ran the park. That would have been very nice if they hadn't turned it on. Somebody brought their baby or two. The soloist was Eric Gamble.
Is anybody here from North Carolina? All right, great to have Tar Heels in the audience this evening. If you live in St. Pete and live in North Carolina, we'd like to get to know you, and if you'll come by after the concert and meet some of our young people, they may have some pins and some badges, maybe some pins that you can write with and remember us with when we leave. We have some young ladies over to my right that belong to our high school band that are going to be passing some programs out to you this evening. We went ahead and started 5 minutes early anyway because I felt like if you came at 7:30 that you needed to hear some music. So we went ahead and started a little bit before. So that's the reason, girls, we put this a little bit later. So let's go ahead and get the programs out now to the audience, and we'll continue on as it is. Our next number is a John Philip Sousa march entitled The Washington Post.
And where you going?
Sometime I want to ask John Vanoy who attacked him there. Probably one of the natives of St. Petersburg.
last Saturday it was sleeting in North Carolina when we were trying to practice. And that's inside, and that's something else when it sleets inside in North Carolina. But we have had some good weather along the way, and getting down to St. Petersburg has been quite a process. It takes a lot of money to bring a group down here. And one of the ways that we raise money is that we sell fruit from Florida. So we have your business down in this area a lot. And we also sell cheese and sausage from Wisconsin. So we bring it all in. Anybody here from Wisconsin? All right. So we kind of help them out just a little bit. But one thing, it goes all over the world, and they kind of help high school bands all over the world. I have a bad habit of playing a song and then tell you what it is later. But I like to do that to see if you recognize it. That makes me feel good when we play something that you recognize. So no more talk. Let's see if you can recognize this song, and then I'll tell you after it's over.
I know that you're waiting on the music, so I won't take much of your time. I'm David Welch, City Councilman, and I'm here to hear this great band and to welcome them to our city. Will you give them a great hand, please? I'd just like to read the greetings from the Mayor and City Council. Greetings. Be it hereby known that Wilkes Central High School Band has on this 24th day of March 1985 been declared honorary citizens of St. Petersburg, entitled to a full share of the abundant sunshine and the gentle tropical waters that lap this peninsular paradise. Welcome to join the citizens from every state and province of North America and many from foreign lands who have made this their home, entitled to share our pride in the outstanding homes, schools, churches, parks, recreation and community facilities that make St. Petersburg unique, entitled to display with our pleasure the certificate of honorary citizenship. Corrine Freeman, Mayor. It's not very often that we present the keys to the city to each and every individual, but this is a special occasion, and we want this band to know, this band director to know, and all of the persons that accomplish this band, that we are going to give them the key to the city of St. Petersburg and to use it whenever possible. Thank you very much. Thank you, and have a very good evening.
That little fella's going to be back in just a few minutes and do something for you. I'm going to not tell you what it is, though, because I want you to stay till the second part of this. Oh, by the way, we're going to play a song I just was explaining to you a minute ago, and let's see if you can tell what it is. Now, how would you ever know what that was? Well, we get a few little dollars from a few people now and then, and they can pull a few strings. You know how it is. I wish life wasn't that way, but it's got to be that way, you know, to get down. Wilkes County is a very unusual county for such a small county in some aspects, but it produces over, let's see, 250,000 chickens a day in our little city in one plant. It also produces the world's largest, or is the largest producer of reflecting mirrors, and is the home of Lowe's hardware stores, which is the largest hardware store chain of its kind. And Holly Farms is the group who does the chickens. So we have a lot of industry there. We're very proud of them. Okay. Several years ago, a song came popular by the name of Hard Light, and John Edmondson did an arrangement of it, and we'd like to play that for you now. This is Hard Light. Thank you very much for letting us come into St. Petersburg. We do have a second part. All we have to do is let about 3 or 4 or 5 of the kids go back in the back and get a few instruments. And I'd like to call my son up to the stage, and he's going to lead this next segment up, if you wouldn't mind coming up. His name is Logan. Is he giving out programs? Well, I'm retiring next year. And there's, you know, now come on up. The second part will start in about 3 minutes. Lisa joins drum majors of the Wilkes Central High School Marching Eagle Band. We're so glad you came out tonight. If you promise to let us come back one more time, we'll promise to get the time riders started on time. Okay? Thank you so much for letting us come to St. Petersburg. We'd like to play Carolina in the morning once or twice, and then we're going to leave you this evening. Thanks again for letting us come. Carolina in the morning.